A very good evening and welcome to the Edgar Centre in the Deep South in Dunedin tonight. It's the Otago Nuggets up against the Manawatu Jets. Hello and welcome. Chilly night in Dunedin, but hopefully plenty of sparks right here as the 2020 Showdown Grand Finalists meet for the first time since that dramatic final last year in Auckland. Hello and welcome. Justin Nelson with you and joined by the wonderfully talented Donna Wilkins. Good evening, Donna.
Good evening, Justin. Really looking forward to this one tonight. You know, the Jets have hit pretty hard road to start this competition and they're going for their fourth game tonight and hopefully they're going to get their first win, I guess, of the competition.
Well, the Nuggets had a great win on their home deck last week. They are 1-1 on the season. Let's have a look at their lineup tonight. And the Nuggets will be looking for Isaiah Moss to continue his great form. I can tell you Aaron Roydhouse is out with concussion. Matt Bardsley still absent with an ankle injury. We caught up with coach Brent Matahare a short time ago. Brent, you're up against the Jets again, believe it or not. We're looking back to the showdown in 2020. It's a rematch of the grand final.
Yeah, it certainly is. And, you know, that was a special occasion and one that both teams really came out and had a real battle on that night. I'm not expecting anything different tonight.
Coming off a great win last week.
Yeah, it was a great win and it was great for us to get a good run in and run some good sets and play some good defence and get a bit of confidence coming into the rest of the season after really been shown the way by Saints.
Been a huge week for basketball across New Zealand with the passing of Coach McKean. We'll have a moment's silence tonight. Spoken to the boys about the importance and the legacy of Coach McKean? Yeah,
I mean, right then talking about him, you know, the sort of the hairs are showing up on the back of the neck and what have you. And Coach McKean was always supportive of everybody in basketball, and certainly for me, he gave me a wee start into the national program back in 2011. So, you know, our thoughts are with his family and especially those in Taranaki, and you know, seeing the emotion that was out there in that game, and especially with Trent. And I know he was a mentor for him, and you know, we all have those people in our lives, and they're really important to us. So to make basically a league-wide tribute to him is fantastic.
Good luck tonight.
Cheers, Justin.
Well, it's been a really tough start to the season for the Jets. They're 0-3 at the moment, and they will be absolutely desperate for a win tonight. 4 games on the road to start their season. There's the lineup. Temera is the man to watch in the middle for them. DeAndre Daniels will be hoping for a big game tonight. And, of course, Jaden Bazant and Deshaun Knight will have plenty of the ball in their hands. We caught up with Coach Tim McTamney a short time ago. Here's what he had to say. Hey, life on the road, Tim. It's been a big start to the season. How are the boys feeling? Tonight, importantly, got to get on the board.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 4 away games in a row is never easy. We've been a little bit disappointing our last 3 games. We've shown signs that we can be a good team. Tonight we've just got to string it together a little bit more and get a lot of guys involved. I think is the key for us. Yeah.
And interestingly, against the Nuggets, you actually play them again next week. Not looking too far ahead, but there's going to be some things that come out of tonight, no doubt, for that game next week.
Yeah, no doubt. I think we've played these guys a lot in the last year or so. I think 5 games at the Showdown last year, and while it's different rosters, there's still some similarities, of course. So we'll learn a little bit, but let's just take care of tonight first, I think.
And lots of great memories coaching-wise for the league this week with the passing of Coach McKean. Have you spoken to the boys about the legacy of the coach?
Yeah, in particular the young Kiwi guys who, Steve was a nice influence for a lot of people in this league. He actually gave me one of my first opportunities to coach in the NBL as a member of a selection panel, and I had some wonderful conversations with him through the years. So, I'm going to really miss him, and I know the young guys understand the significance of his passing. So, our thoughts go out to his whole family.
Big one tonight for the Jets, no doubt. Best of luck out there.
Thanks, Justin. Cheers.
Well, really looking forward to this one. The Jets on the road to the Nuggets, proudly brought to you tonight by the official news partner of the Sal's NBL stuff. And as you can see, the two teams are lining up on the sidelines tonight with the officials paying a special tribute to Coach McKean.
Earlier this week, the Sal's NBL said goodbye to one of the all-time greats within the New Zealand basketball community. Coach Steve McKean is a legend across our league and throughout basketball in New Zealand. A Basketball New Zealand Hall of Famer, a Tall Blacks coach, a mentor, a motivator, and a great friend to many. Our thoughts are with his wife Rachel and their family and friends of the man simply known as Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join the players, coaches and officials of tonight's game in observing a moment's silence for Coach McKean. Thank you.
Well, a legend of the game, a legend of New Zealand basketball, a Hall of Famer, and of course, such an inspiring leader to so many people, Donna, Coach Steve McKean, and what a wonderful tribute across the Sal's NBL during this second round with all the players and officials and the fans observing a moment's silence. Terrific to see.
Oh, absolutely, and you've got a lot of greats that are around that put so much energy into the sport that we all love, and he was one of the best at it, and leading the Tall Blacks to beat Australia. Like, not many coaches can say they've done that, so true legend and well worthy of being acknowledged, and it's great to see.
Officials tonight, as you saw on screen, they're set to go, and of course we heard the two coaches tonight talk about Coach McKean before the game. Certainly had a lot to do with the coach, as so many coaches, past and present, did as well. Well, we're set to go. Can the Jets finally get their first win on the board? It's been a tough start for them. And of course, the Nuggets with a win last week. They're 1-1 on the season. The Jets are here tonight after a 11-point loss last night in Christchurch against the Rams. It'll be the Nuggets to get us underway. Isaiah Moss, who was in red-hot shooting form last week and teaming up well with Sam Timmins. Here's Roger to Timmins. Long look to start us off the back of the iron, but Jeremy McKay, the Aussie, with the rebound, strong inside, up and in. Great start for the Nugs.
Oh yeah, look, a great start, and I think Timmins shot from that same spot on opening night, so he quite likes it out there at the three-point land.
DeAndre Daniels, a little bit out of sorts last night. Bazant strong to the basket. Keep an eye on Daniels tonight. He'll want to get going early in this one. Aitchison through traffic, lobs it up for Sam Timmins. Misses on the reverse.
Yeah, unfortunately that rim just got in the way on the catch. Otherwise it would have pulled off a great move.
Daniels, Bazant pushing his American down into the post. Back outside, Bazant on the dribble.
Yeah, picks up that blocking foul at the top of the key.
Good to see there, Deshaun Knight keen to get Daniels into the game straight away.
Yeah, you see Knight there just instructing his players where to go. Just making the spacing set on offense.
Here's McCulloch. Aitchison over the top of the screen. Bazant will want to go early here and get some points. He can't put it away. Moss. You saw him firsthand again last week, Donna. He was very good. He was hot early, and he's hot early again tonight. Isaiah Moss gets the Nuggets underway.
Look, he sets a tone for this team, for the Nuggets. He was really strong. One of the shining lights out of their game one. So good to see him starting strong early.
Temera trying to answer at the other end for the Jets. Rebound by Moss. Going at 24 points a game at the moment and playing just 26 minutes a game. Sam Timmins, strong to the hoop.
Very strong move. A great start by the Nuggets. Jets just not talking on defense at the moment.
Nuggets out by 7. Daniels for 3. In and out. Aitchison back the other way. Captain tonight. He'll go, and he'll go quickly. The Jets will want to get the speed of this game up and going, you would think. They like to play fast. McCulloch.
Sometimes it's just a matter of finding that first basket to get you underway.
Deshaun Knight. Temera. Bazant steps around McKay and around Timmins. He's fouled. And he'll get an early look for the line, from the line in this game. Sam Timmins with the foul.
Yeah, nice strong drive to the hoop. He's going to want to knock these two down though.
It's an interesting quirk of the schedule. These two teams play again next week in Palmerston North. So quick turnaround. They're going to see a lot of each other in the next 7 or 8 days.
But a great one for the Jets to finally have one at home.
Both teams have changed a fair bit, of course, since the 2020 Showdown Grand Final. The Nuggets winning the silverware on that night. The Jets with their opening points of this game. They're down by 5 early. Here's Timmins. Aitchison. Traffic gets through off a foot.
Yeah, lucky they're trying to feed the ball around to Timmins. Not that easy when you're that tall to catch it at your ankles.
Not that easy when you're as short as what I am to catch it at your ankles. Here's Richie Roger stepping back. McKay to Timmins. Timmins backing down. Now there's a whistle here.
Yeah, just called for a bit of travel. Taking a couple of steps.
So Timmins early in this game has had a little bit go for him and a little bit go against him. Here's Daniels. As I said, he was quiet last night. He'll want to get going early in this one. Temera on the dribble. Hard at Timmins. Already has that one foul. Well, he's good in this position. Had a couple of looks, didn't he?
He did.
McCulloch. Deshaun Knight. He's not afraid to go from deep. Big battle underneath McKay and Daniels. And on this occasion, the Nuggets come forward. Moss will get it back from his big centre.
He does well to keep the handle there. Nearly lost it.
Aitchison in on Daniels. Well done. Sam Timmins with the rebound. Put back. Couldn't finish. Can't keep it in.
Good hustle to keep the ball alive, though. Underneath, getting some second chance looks. The Nuggets.
You spoke to me about the rings about an hour ago, and I'm starting to believe what you were talking to me about, because at the moment, the shots aren't dropping, Donna.
No, they're not at this stage. They weren't in the warm-up either, but that can all change.
Maybe Deshaun Knight in and out. Fouled on the shot. And he'll get his eye in from the line. He's one man that you don't want to give open opportunity. 18 leading scorer in the competition as well. He knows how to score, this man.
Yeah, look, he's a ton of talent, isn't he? But not only that, the assists, he normally leads quite nicely in those.
Knight with his first look. Leans back, drops it. All the points for the Jets at the moment coming from the line. A 5-hour drive for the Jets today from Christchurch to Dunedin. They came down by car, believe it or not. All the flights booked up. Apparently, it was a big day for the universities in Dunedin. So they were forced to take the vehicles as Darcy Knox spins and moves for 2.
I guess it's a good opportunity to see the South Island, the countryside, for those that
Great
haven't.
opportunity off a loss last
From a
night.
van.
Daniels came up short. There was a hand in there. Knox, Moss, open, Moss.
He's going to have another go.
And he might put this one away. No, short again. Knox will have a long shot. He can't come up with it.
chance for the Jets.
Not sure what the shooting percentage is both ways at the moment, but it wouldn't be high. Here's McCulloch, deep. Another miss. Shots aren't dropping at the moment. Nuggets are out by 5. Moss in and out of traffic. Takes on plenty of green.
Oh, unlucky, called for the block. Must have just shuffled across. Got the contact.
At the moment, the Nuggets shooting at around about 40%, and the Jets 0 of 8.
Well, the Nuggets are just having that second chance look too, just battling in there for those offensive rebounds, whereas the Jets are really only getting that one take.
Here's Moss at the line. Up and in. Nice technique, Isaiah Moss. The 195-centimetre guard. Went to the University of Iowa for 3 years. Played 100 games for the Hawkeyes. And then went across to Kansas, where he played another 30 games. Great college career.
And great to see those players coming out to New Zealand. You know, the league's getting so much stronger than what it was 20 years ago. It's good to see they continue to come out.
Jaden Bazant bouncing off bodies. Nuggets come up with the ball. Here's Moss. Knox. The two number 6s doing battle there as Darcy Knox gets it back on the drive. It'll be a Nuggets ball from the baseline, and that could be a timeout, I think. It is. So good start for the Nuggets tonight, Donna. They're out by 7, but the story of this one early, the Jets 0 of 9 from the field, all 4 points coming from the foul line. It's been a rusty start, and maybe that 5-hour drive had something to do with it.
Well, you would have thought that they would have had a bit more time to talk about their offense, etc., but yeah, just not dropping. So I guess at the end of the day, basketball teams are just going to keep shooting, and they've got some talented players on their squad, on their roster here tonight, so hopefully they can start knocking down some of these shots.
Moss with 5 points early in this game, and going at 24 a game in just 26 minutes. It's only a matter of time before his minutes get bumped up, you would think, because he is the guy that the Nuggets will be looking to right across the 2021 season.
Yeah, and you've got to look like they've had 3 home games. This is their 3rd home game, the Nuggets, so they're trying to spread the load a bit. You know, once you go travelling, you don't have that luxury of having as many players, so those minutes are going to grow for Moss.
No doubt about that. Great start for the Nuggets tonight here in Dunedin. I've been warned plenty of times that it gets a little bit chilly as summer passes here in Dunedin, and I've got to tell you, I've felt every bit of that this afternoon.
Come on, it's not even cold. It's not windy, though.
It's definitely not windy. You got something against my hometown of Wellington? What are you trying to say?
Not at all. Quite like Wellington.
Knox to bring it back in as we restart. Can the Nuggets extend this early lead? Here's Sam Timmins to Moss, and Moss will go from deep, and he scores. Great start tonight for Isaiah Moss. He has 8 in the game. Nuggets out by 10. Danger signs early here for the Jets, and finally they get their first field goal of the game.
Yeah, the Jets needed that night, just driving hard to the basket and a great finish. But just defensively opening up the hole.
Speaking of driving to the basket, Isaiah Moss. How was that?
The Jets were just a little asleep on that one.
There's Deshaun Knight again. Finds some space, and he puts another one away. Last couple for Deshaun Knight, and he's one man you do not want to get going.
Absolutely not. And he's taking the lead here for the Jets.
Great work off the wing. Darcy Knox couldn't put it away. Here's Knight. Can he go 3 from 3? Forced outside. And the Nuggets get it back out by 8. Timmins. Oh, nice little pass inside. Out to the corner. Darcy Knox.
Make that one.
Good work. Moss and Daniels. And the Nuggets will get it back. Leading early in this game. It's been a good start by the home team. 1-1 on the season. Isaiah Moss takes a break. Great start for him tonight. 10 points in the game for Moss.
Yeah, and it's not even the end of the first quarter.
Here's Knox. He's had a fair bit of the ball early in this game. Richie Roger from the wing. There we go. And this right now is a very, very good opening term for the Nuggets.
Yeah, the Jets are going to have to be really careful here that it doesn't blow out anymore. They're going to have to peg a couple back.
Inside, Daniels, McKean, Bazant for three, well short. Temera keeps it in and keeps it alive, but they're going to have to get a shot up here. McKinley from the corner misses. Oh, gee, lots of misses for the Jets at the moment. In the end,
Finally for Daniels.
Finally. I was thinking of that 0 of 9. I'd hate to have a look at it at the moment.
Yeah, I think Daniels is very relieved that that went in, but he just gives away another foul down the end on Timmins.
Sam Timmins will go to the line for the extra. 11-point gap. Just waiting for the stats to roll over just to have a look at that shooting percentage. I reckon last time down the floor they ended up having about 5 looks as it was. Here's Sam Timmins. He's had a good start to the season, Sam Timmins, hasn't he?
Yeah, look, the first game he was a wee bit patchy. He hit a couple of threes early on, but didn't really want to go in and post up. So it's good to see him going down low and mixing it down there as well as outside. So hard to defend when you're doing that.
Going at 20 points and 10.5 rebounds a game.
Doesn't
Has
make
another
that one.
look.
Shakes his head.
It's been a good quarter for the Nuggets. Here's Temera. Has McKinley with him. Daniels open here. Long look. Short. Rebound. Darcy Knox. Really been impressed with his first quarter here, Knox.
Yeah, really quick at getting that ball up the court and setting the offense. As we see a turnover.
Well, that was good active defense by Daniels. It's an important matchup tonight, Daniels and Timmins. Timmins takes the seat now, as you can see. Jack Andrew comes onto the floor. There's the coach just telling his team, keep talking, keep talking. Back underway. McKinley. Knight. McCulloch searching at the moment. Temera up high. He'll have a look. Very, very flat shot. Comes up short.
Yeah, look, the Nuggets are just doing really good defense at the moment, taking them out of what they want to play offensively, the Jets. Not giving them any options but the long shot, which isn't sinking.
Here's Knox. Knox will have a look. He'll go from range. And away on the miss. Deshaun Knight back the other way and is called for the charge.
Just nothing going right for the Jets.
Maybe a little bit unlucky there, Deshaun Knight. It's been an indifferent opening quarter. 3 of 16 at the moment from the field, and it's one of those games early, especially with 3 losses so far, you just need to get something going your way at the moment, don't they?
Yeah, and it's really tough on the Jets. They've had 3 losses, but they haven't been blowouts. Like, one was only a 1-pointer. So they've been there or thereabouts. So this is probably a wee bit unfamiliar for them so early on in the piece.
Yeah, 9-1-11, the 3 losses. Aitchison, good footwork inside by the skipper. And he'll be rewarded with a couple of shots. Josh Aitchison, who has played every game. He was a little bit suspect last week with an ankle injury, but he got up and got through that game. Such an important player for this Nuggets outfit, Josh Aitchison. Was a little bit of a revelation last year at the Showdown.
Oh, he dribbles that one in.
You've been watching those shots closely.
Look, they count the same, don't they?
They
They're all
do.
worth one.
They do. Here's Knight. He wants Temera down low here. Somehow Temera comes up with it. McKinley
He's just a wee bit static offensively, waiting for somebody else to create.
Well, one man who can create is that man right there, Deshaun Knight, with another 2.
A tough make.
He's got 8 of those 12 points, Knight. Trying to get them going. McKay backing down in the paint, flicks it out to Aitchison. Switches play up. Here's a shot from the wing.
But another
Momasia.
offensive board.
Momasia goes back at it again. Another miss, and maybe the Jets can finish off strongly here. Will they get the last shot of the quarter? Ashton McKean for 3 comes up short. Chance here now for the Nuggets. Richie Roger, he's aware of the clock. He gets it to Momasia.
Oh, that's
yes,
awesome.
for 3. Paith Momasia finishes off the quarter big for the Nuggets. Just the finish they wanted, not the finish the Jets wanted. And the Nuggets lead this one after the opening quarter, 25-12. Sal's NBL action. Hope you're enjoying it. Back with more after this break.
Authenticity. Sal's Authentic New York Pizza.
We got 6 left over here, 4 on the list. Thank you, fellas. Hamish and fellas. We work here. Thank you, Sal's.
Quarter time here in Dunedin tonight, and it's the home team. That team right there, the Otago Nuggets, leading the Jets 25-12. Justin Nelson, Donna Wilkins with you, and the tail of the tape at quarter time, Donna. Let's have a look at the Jets. 4 of 19 at 21%.
Yeah, look, coach killer, isn't it? But sometimes you just have shooting nights like that when they just don't want to drop, and let's hope that they can turn it around in that second quarter. Otherwise, they're going to be looking like down a really long night tonight.
And very lucky for them, they had Deshaun Knight doing his thing. He scored 8 points at 75%. So Shane Temeda, 0 of 3. DeAndre Daniels, 1 of 6. Jaden Bazant, 0 of 3. So some work for the Jets, but the upside is they will keep shooting. Some familiar faces in the crowd there. The Otago Gold Rush. Great to see the NBL's Gold Rush team here tonight in the stands cheering on the Nuggets. Isn't that good?
Oh, it's awesome, and it's great to see the females out in force. They love basketball just as much as everybody else, so great to see them here.
Looking forward to the Sal's NBL season for the women a little bit later on this year. Of course, the Gold Rush made a big run to the semi-finals in 2020. Back underway, good hands for the Nuggets. They're away, and watch Isaiah Moss.
Oh, I think everyone was waiting for a dunk. Let us down. It's a nice little finger roll.
Just the start the Nuggets wanted. Here's McKinley. That's a nice basket by the young man. The Jets will be hoping to see more of that in this second quarter. Basket apiece to start. Here's Timmins. Moss, open 3. Rolls it in for 3.
Look, when it's working, isn't it?
Isaiah Moss, 13 in the game.
Oh, nice cut. Oh, just bounced on the foot.
They may get it back here.
Oh,
In
Moss
fact-
just saying, yeah, come off me.
How's that?
When you're having a good night, you don't care to give one up, do you?
You know what? I've scored 13. We'll give you this one back. Good on him. Here's McKinley.
I'm not sure I would have done it, to be fair.
What are you trying to say?
I
Here's
would have taken the throw in.
Here's Ashton McQueen. Nice step back. Kisses it off the glass. for 2. Maybe the Jets just starting to settle now, putting away their first couple of opportunities of the second quarter.
Down this end is where they've got to put some heat on as we see Moss come up short, just defensively, make some pressure on the Nuggets as they get another possession. Another look. Timmins being good.
You can't give that to Sam Timmins.
Or that.
Or that as Moss comes through for the steal, and he'll go it for a deep 2 and makes it. So a quick 4 points for the Nuggets, and they're out to a 16-point break now as McCulloch comes back the other way for a quick 2.
Yeah, the Jets are starting to score, getting that drive to the basket now, but yeah, as I say, defensively they've got to pick up their game. Make it hard on the Nuggets.
Here's Timmins, who's fouled, reaching in DeAndre Daniels. Just not having a good night at the moment. Daniels, I think that might be his second. It is. I think you've said it a couple of times, Donna. Just when you need something to go for you. And at the moment, it's not going the way of the Jets forward. Aitchison in and back from Timmins. There's Mumosia. What a big basket on the buzzer at quarter time from that young man. Timmins reaching in again. Daniels, be careful. DeAndre. Timmins called for the travel.
Oh, that could have probably gone nearly either way. I was holding my breath. Didn't want to go to 3 fouls.
Now we can tell you that last shot from the Nuggets was actually a deep 2. So the score is 34-18. So we'll see that fix itself up a little bit later on. Here's Deshaun Knight. He moves to 10 points in the game. Moss has 17 for the Nuggets. Momosia getting some good minutes, the young man, playing well. Moss. Aitchison now.
Just moving the ball nicely, but that shot clock will be winding down.
Here's Timmins. He's going to get the job here. In fact, great pass underneath and a big block by Jaden Bazant on McKay.
And a much better defensive possession from the Jets. They'll need more of those.
Here's Bazant, just looking to get himself going at the moment. McKinley steps back for 2. Nice shot. He's got a lovely finish, hasn't he, Jake McKinley?
He does, and he's come out nicely in this second quarter.
Speaking of nice things, Momosia has it knocked away by Deshaun Knight. Quick pass, good hands by Moss. Picked off the pass. Jets will get possession.
Yeah, Moss just getting in the way of everything, really scrambling to get back defensively to upset that play.
Just a little bit of a lull at the moment. McKinley has already hit a couple, hits another one.
Yeah, he's feeling it now. He's the go-to at the moment for the Jets. Just such a nice follow-through on that shot.
Well, he's a great young player.
Here we go.
Good steal. Deshaun Knight, he'll finish this one off. And the Jets starting to find their rhythm, and that will force a timeout from the Nuggets. Deshaun Knight, he's quite often the man that gets this team in green going. Both him and McKinley are starting to find some form, Donna.
Oh, and good for the Jets, you know, just a bit of confidence. And that we talked about it. They were going to start to hit shots. You can't keep going at such a low percentage shooting-wise. So then now they're starting to hit those shots through McKinley. He's just nice on that release.
Well, it's a 14-9 run at the moment for the Jets to start this second quarter. They recruited very, very well, Coach Tim McTamney. Getting Deshaun Knight back was a big one for them. He's been a proven performer for the Jets in 2018 and 2019. DeAndre Daniels is his international partner, and of course, he's had a wonderful career himself. Drafted to the NBA, he was leading rebounder in the Australian NBL when playing for the Perth Wildcats. And you just feel that if he can get his legs under him early in the season, he'll get going. We know he can be big on the boards.
And there's nothing worse when you're trying so hard for a new team and sometimes things just don't go the way that you want them to, but I'm sure if he sticks with it, he's in the right spots. It's just that little finish, that finish touch underneath on his shots.
I like what that man's doing at the moment. Jake McKinley, number 12, 6 points in the game, and
All this quarter.
they've been good looks too.
Yeah, they've closed the gap now for the Jets.
Back underway, Darcy Knox, Deshaun Knight up and in. He's active at the moment, Knight. Timmins back outside.
Oh,
McKay.
he took steps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a bit excited.
Referee Sean Cronin right there. There was a story last week, Sean Cronin, who is refereeing in his 5th decade. That is a lot of basketball. Can we work that out? 80s, 90s? In fact, would it be 70s? Oh no, 80s, 90s.
I thought I'd been around for a while, but
10s, 20s.
oh, what a legend.
That is a big career, isn't it? Here's
Oh.
DeAndre Daniels, and maybe that will get the big American going. The Jets on a run in this second quarter and working their way back into the game. Moss off the glass is fouled. No doubt back in Palmerston North tonight. I think they've got another watch party going. They've had a lot of watch parties to start the season. They haven't seen their team at home yet. They're down at Rosie O'Grady's tonight, and
They'll be pleased with this second quarter.
they would have been a little bit worried at quarter time, I think. Hope you're enjoying it. With thanks to Stuff tonight. Isaiah Moss back at the line. 18 points in the game. 2 of 2 from the stripe. 6 of 9 from the field. 4 threes so far for Isaiah Moss. And there's the commentator's curse.
Yeah, not a bad stat line, is it? Not even at half time.
Well, he
Misses both.
averages 2.5 threes a game, and he's blowing that average already tonight. What can the Jets do here? They're on a bit of a run at the moment as working his way through traffic to the basket, Jaden Bazant for another 2.
It was only going to be a matter of time before he started getting some points. He had 20 last night.
Gap down to 4. Moss hits the 3.
This is an interesting one. See, I'd probably say that he kicked out to get that call. Be interesting.
Well, I think Deshaun Knight agrees with you as well. I saw a game
He's doing the demonstration.
saw a game on Thursday night at Taranaki where that was in fact called a charge, called an offensive, well, I should say called an offensive foul, sorry, not a charge, called an offensive foul on that kick out. And that didn't look too dissimilar, can I say that?
No, it didn't, but there goes a 4-point play for Moss. He just gets on with things. And the Nuggets needed that.
Here's McCulloch. Has McKinley. Been very active, and he's good.
He's got the hot hand.
Soon as he gets that gap, he's hard to stop. He's got a lovely shooting action. Richie Roger, back of the iron. Here's McKinley playing some important minutes. McCulloch has Temera with him. Gets it to him. Temera draws the foul. Lets the referee know he was going up for a shot. Very quick to let the referee know I was shooting.
Marches to the line.
Importantly, just under 3 offensive rebounds a game. He's a worker.
Can't quite get the roll on that. What I'm liking from the Jets at the moment, though, you know, they were just getting caned big time on those offensive boards, giving lots of second chances, but now boxing out defensively and taking their opportunities, and there's the closing of the gap.
Back in at the Jets. 5-point margin now. It's been their quarter. Richie Roger. Aitchison. Timmins wants it inside. Good defense by Temera. It's been a good comeback by the Jets. And maybe this will just get their season rolling. Here's Moss. It's the man that you got to stop at the moment. Timmins inside. McBurney Griffin pushes it back out to Aitchison from the corner. Big 3. Josh Aitchison. Good setup, McBurney Griffin.
Oh, great ball movement offensively, created that wide open look.
McKinley, Bazant.
He wants it again, but he stepped out of bounds. He's finding that sideline. Too big a feet. I was looking at how big those feet were earlier on.
Now you'll see Akiva McBurney Griffin in the number 43. Finn Lally, who we haven't seen on the court yet for the Jets, also number 43. There's a story behind that. These two young men, of course, came out of the St. John's program in Hamilton. Mel Young, legend of basketball, of course. And in memory of Mel Young, who was a teacher there for 43 years. Are you joining the dots here?
Absolutely. So now we're all number 43.
I love that.
Mel Young did so much for basketball. Another person that's done a lot for basketball. I used to go to some of his coaching clinics and camps back in the day.
What
and
a great,
good to see him being honoured too.
What a great story from those two young men. Played a lot of basketball together at St. John's. Here's Bazant on the step back. Couldn't put it away. Moss just looking to push it once again. Aitchison for three.
Yeah, the Jets were lucky there. Left him wide open in the corner again.
Knight.
What a block.
Big block. Akiva up strong. Temera with 2, 3 looks, 4 looks. Knocks it back out to Bazant.
Gives it out to the three-point line.
Great block by McBurney Griffin. And in the end, the Jets finally get a basket through McCulloch. Just wasn't sure what was going on there. And I'm not sure that Coach Tim McTamney was too sure what was happening.
Having a seat off the baseline. The play was still going on. There would have been a few offensive boards in that play.
I mentioned before that Shane Temera averages just under 3 offensive rebounds a game. I think he just chalked up about 5. How many looks did he have?
And they end up with a three-point play.
And it probably takes a little bit away from that huge block from Akiva McBurney Griffin. Highlight reel stuff. Leads at 5 for the Nuggets. Love the look on Coach McTamney's face while all of that was going on.
You've just got to shake your head and go, wow, we got 3 points out of it.
Can the Nuggets respond? Aitchison just opening things back up. Well, he's picked up the dribble here.
Yeah, Timmins calling for the ball. He's got a mismatch.
Oh, great pass inside to McBurney Griffin for another 2. He slipped under a couple of times now, Akiva.
Yeah, and Sam Timmins just demanding the ball with that mismatch. Oh, nice shot.
Jaden Bazant, maybe that
back.
will be the basket to get him going in this game as well. You don't want that young man to get his eye in. Going at nearly 22 a game so far this season. Timmins on Temera, up and
nice.
in.
Nice little flick coming in from underneath the basket. Made that look easy.
Bazant back the other way. Short on that occasion. McCulloch around
nice
Moss.
fake.
Great step and made the shot hard in the end.
Yeah, he took himself out of it. Did the reverse instead of just laying it up.
Timmins inside for 2. Slams it down. Slam and Sam. Great basketball from the Nuggets.
Yeah, the crowd like that dunk. Jets just another turnover. Just when they're doing all that hard work to get back, the Nuggets claw ahead again.
Like the work the Nuggets are doing inside-outside at the moment.
And that was something that they missed game 1. I don't think they did enough of getting down low, opening it up and creating that opportunity outside the 3. And that was just a pass to nobody.
And they may pay as Knight comes back the other way. Good hand in there from Moss, but Knight gets it back. And important points there for the Jets. They needed that heading down towards the half. 7-point ball game.
So we see Timmins wanting it. Just a misdirected pass.
Momasia. Roger, long look at it. Can't finish it. Off hands. Mullins. Out quickly to McCulloch. McCulloch swings play out to Deshaun Knight.
Thought about it.
Now he goes on Moss. Stepping around and in. That's a good basket by Deshaun Knight. We've come to expect that from him.
Seems to have that extra little bit of time before he releases that shot.
He's put together a good quarter, a good half. Timmins wanting it again. Flicks it out. Roger Momosia for 3 off the back of the ring. Timmins keeps it alive. Moss will have another look from deep, and he makes it. Isaiah Moss, the first half has belonged to him. He moves to 25 points, and that's his 5th triple. Can the Jets respond? Heading down towards halftime. Timmins for 3. Nails it. So some big baskets at both ends to end this first half. The Nuggets to get another look. McBurney Griffin is fouled and makes it. Akiva McBurney Griffin. Good play from the young man.
Such a strong drive to the hoop. Managed to control that so he could get the finish with the contact.
How good has it been so far in the opening couple of rounds? The young players in this competition, Donna. We saw it last night with the Saints. We've seen it early here. Jake McKinley, Akiva McBurney Griffin. The young players coming through Kiwi Hoops is very exciting.
Oh, very exciting. And so good. And that started from last year with the showdown. A lot of young players. They got an opportunity.
Yep.
Coaches saw the talent that's on offer in our country. And you've got to remember the competition's still going over in Australia. So some of these players that would normally take these spots haven't been able to get back. So how good is it? And a lot of local people, you know, from... You look at the Nuggets, there's a lot that have gone through schooling in Dunedin.
Big Bazan step back 3 to end the first half. And he'll be happy with that. Reduces that margin to 5. A lot to like so far in this game. Both teams a little bit up and down early. Certainly the Nuggets came out strong, but the Jets have answered in that second quarter. It's a 5-point margin. We'll be back to have a look at the stats right after this. scoring. Nuggets lead at 54, Jets 49, Nuggets 25-12 opening quarter, but then the Jets flew back 37-29 second quarter, Donna. And I'm going to bring up an interesting stat in a moment. Let's have a look at some of the big players so far. In fact, we'll bring that one down because we've got some incorrect names there. So we'll take that one off and we'll let you know that Isaiah Moss has 25 points in the game for the Nuggets, 6 triples. He's on fire.
Oh, absolutely. And he's played like 15 minutes. And,
Incredible.
normally he doesn't play many more than that in a game. So he's just absolutely on fire. And, he's half their points of the Nuggets have come from Moss. Outstanding.
Deshaun Knight has 16 for the Jets. So he's just starting to get going at the moment. And I think the Jets will talk more at halftime about just put the ball in Deshaun's hands tonight. Let's let him do his thing.
Yeah, look, he's controlling the Jets' offense, isn't he? And he's instructing, and then he's taking his opportunity when it opens up, and he's doing a great job and just starting to tick those points along. And, the Jets came out really firing in that second quarter. They needed to, but they got the result, so they'll be pretty confident, I think, going into the shed after that performance in that second quarter.
Well, they'll definitely be happy with Deshaun Knight, and Jake McKinley, the young man, had a very good quarter as well. Now, here's the interesting stat for you. At quarter time, you remember I talked about the Jets, 4 of 19 shooting at 21%. In the second quarter, they went 16 of 23. Sharp turnaround.
Yeah, look, you couldn't continue to shoot as bad as what they were in that first quarter, and they made up for it in the second, didn't they? And that's why that gap is closed, and now we've got a real battle on our hands with this one.
Sam Timmins has 10 points in the game, but importantly, 5 assists. We've talked about that inside-outside game of the Nuggets, and that's been good to see tonight.
Well, that's the difference that Timmins makes down low. When he goes down low, he sucks in that defensive player and he can kick it out. He has the ability to find that open man out on the three-point line, and it's working really, really well for the Nuggets tonight.
And how about those minutes of Akiva McBurney Griffin in that second quarter?
What an absolute talent.
Yep.
And, just a few more years and experience under his belt, but look, he's going to be one to watch for the future, definitely, and he's doing great things when he's on that court at the moment.
Well, one thing that's good and happening so far in the season is the splash for cash. At the moment, leading the way this round, the Saints. 16 threes last night in the splash for cash.
Can you not remind me about that game, please? I'm sorry. I have to kind of support the Sharks.
You're a
but
Sharks, I know.
The good thing about it was I was at my own basketball game, so not mine, I was coaching. Too old to play, so I didn't actually get to see them. But, yeah, the Saints on fire.
16 last night, of course. The N1 splash for cash. Team with the most made threes in a game each round wins $500. The Saints will be watching on what happens over the remainder of this round, leading the way in round 2. Let's take a break. Big second half coming your way on Sky Sport tonight. Nuggets lead it at halftime, 54, Jets 49. Back with the second half after this. We'll talk about it.
Okay, all right.
Welcome back to the Edgar Centre here in Dunedin. Half-time in the Sal's NBL. Round 2 action. The Nuggets leading this one at the half by 5 over the Jets. Big comeback by the Jets in the second quarter. 25-12 first quarter by the Nuggets. 37-29 to the Jets in that second. Much better shooting in the second from the visitors. Justin Nelson, Donna Wilkins with you. And I think the Jets will come out with a little bit of a pep in their step.
Oh, look, absolutely. They went 37 in that quarter compared to 12. You've got to be pretty stoked about that after that first quarter. And they've got themselves right in this ball game and an opportunity here, but they need to have a big third quarter, the Jets. They can't let it slide like the first, and the Nuggets aren't going to go away.
What have the Jets got to do to stop Isaiah Moss?
Look, it's a tough one, isn't it? He's feeling it at the moment. He's got 25 points. He's just everywhere. He's hustling back on defence. I think you've just got to play honest defence against him, and if he's going to hit those shots, he's going to hit them. But it's what you do defensively against the Nuggets, not just Moss.
I do like the way he's working off the body of Sam Timmins as well, out on that arc, just working his way into some space, and those 6 triples have been a good sign. Great to see the locals here at the Edgar Centre tonight. The Nuggets, of course, back in the Sal's NBL. It's been a long time from 2014. The fans have been waiting to see their Nuggets, their beloved Nuggets, in action. One win, 1 loss so far this season. If they can go 2-1 tonight, that's a good start for the Nuggets. The Jets, though, let's talk about them. 0-3, 2 doubles to start the season. Of course, close losses up in Auckland last week on the Tamaki Tour. They went down to the Huskies by 9, down to the Bulls by 1 in a thriller. Deshaun Knight missing the shot on the buzzer to take the win. Of course, they went to Canterbury last night, lost to the Rams by 11. You talked about it earlier, Donna. They haven't been too far away, but gee, going home 0-4.
Oh, absolutely, and that's tough, isn't it? Like, yeah, they haven't been blowouts. They've been right in these matches, but they haven't got any points to show for it. So this is a big match. This second half of this match tonight is big for the Jets.
The player to look for the Jets, for mine, Jaden Bazant. Keep an eye on his second half. He may be the barometer. We know Deshaun Knight will do his thing. Keep an eye on Jaden Bazant, the number 6 for the Jets. Speaking of keeping an eye on players, Isaiah Moss, 25 in the first half. Here's Aitchison. Has Bazant with him. Step back. Long, deep 3 for Josh Aitchison. What a start by the Nuggets.
And Josh is one you've got to look out for too. He's quite hot from that 3-point line.
McKinley starting the second half for DeAndre Daniels, not on the floor.
Yeah, I think Daniels has also got 3 fouls, so that could be a wee bit of a telling point. But, yeah, look, you've got to earn your minutes, don't you?
And Jake McKinley had a very good second quarter too. Tamara. Bazant. McCulloch
nice
steps
move
around Aitchison. Misses the shot though, Timmins. Strong rebound.
He deserved to get that. That was nice. Stepped around the defender.
Darcy Knox also starting this second half for Richie Roger by the looks of it. I was impressed with Darcy Knox in that first half. Here's Moss. Up over McCulloch. Miss.
Oh,
big
stripped.
rebound. Yeah, taken away from Timmins by McKinley.
Always taught don't bring that ball down low. And that is the reason why, as we see a foul.
Just holding him up there. Josh Aitchison pleading his case.
Yeah, thought he had his arms wrapped around that ball.
Mind you, Deshaun Knight probably deserves 1 or 2. He had a couple go against him in that first half, didn't he? Not sure what Coach McTamney's not happy about.
He's not happy about something.
Jets do have the ball as Tamara goes for 3. Misses. McKay with the rebound, trying to get a handle on it.
Somehow keeps it.
Back come the Nuggets. Here's Aitchison. A little bit of space. Now pulls it back out. McKay. Fakes the handoff. Goes it alone. And underneath for 2. Good work from the Aussie. Jeremy McKay. Started with that fake handoff on the wing. Turned the corner. Went to the basket. Drew the foul. And that'll get his confidence up. Good start to this second half by the Nuggets.
Yeah, they've come out. They've obviously had a little bit of a talk in the sheds. Weren't pleased with the second quarter. McKay. He's a grafter, isn't he? Look, he hustled, nearly turned the ball over on the ground, got back up, got down there, made a three-point play. Oh!
Bazant.
That
Wild
nearly
shot in the end. I know.
He come off the top of the backboard and
did.
nearly jumped in.
5-zip start for the Nuggets in this third quarter. Can the Jets respond? Timmins. He's looking for some more points. In the end, it falls to Deshaun Knight on Moss. Sends it back outside. Quick release. McCulloch miss. Temada rebound. Back inside. McCulloch off the glass for 2. Jets get their opening basket of this third.
Yeah, the Jets needed that, but keeping that ball alive, offensive rebounds are going to be key for them.
Here's Moss. Oh, step back on the 3. Look out, look out. Isaiah Moss drains his 7th triple of the game and moves to 28.
Oh, look, I'd just leave him on for the whole game. I'd just play him out.
Bazant draws the foul. Yeah, leave him out there. Keep him going. What a game he's had, Isaiah Moss.
He'll start threatening that tally.
Just seems to have fitted in really well with the Nuggets, hasn't he?
Even game 1 here against the Saints, he was doing some great things and only playing a handful of minutes. So it was exciting to see what he was going to bring. Oh, that was nearly an air ball from that foul line.
Well, on a night when Bazant just needs to get his eye in, we know he can score quickly. He's got 9 in the game.
He makes that one.
Yeah, he needs everything at the moment. If he can get going, the Jets
too
are a good
easy.
thing. Speaking of get going,
Just about swiped out the camera.
how about Jeremy McKay? He's had a good start to this second half. Bazant goes hard at the basket, knocked away by Timmins. Falls to Moss. The Nuggets out by 13. Moss for 3. Couldn't put it away. Aitchison tries to keep it alive. It falls to Knight. Knight to McKinley.
Oh, nice pass.
Jake McKinley.
Just trying to get the team going. McKinley.
Timmins. Moss. Basket. Great work. Great pass by Sam Timmins. That's his 6th assist of the night.
Look, you're not going to win games if you don't get back on D. You can't stand there watching your last offensive play. The Jets just caught out a little bit on that play.
Isaiah Moss, 30 points in the game now. And if you have a look at the clock, we've still got a long way to go.
He's getting a well-earned drink.
What a game by Isaiah Moss. Deshaun Knight, 16 points in the first half. Gets it back. Has the big hand here of Timmins to shoot over. Has to step back and couldn't get it.
Good hustle by the Jets.
Bazant through traffic
Great
inside.
dish.
Daniels back on the floor and he finishes underneath.
And that's exactly what they need Daniels to do.
11-point game. Timmins. McKay.
He thought about it.
He did. He liked his opportunity there. Roger Knox will put it away for 3, and he does.
Yeah, I think maybe giving it up was the better option. Knox, very good from the three-point line.
That's their 12th triple in the game. That splash for cash for N1. That 500 is looking good at the moment for the Nuggets. 12 triples in the game.
He's off to the races.
He's got some confidence, hasn't he, Jeremy McKay? Some real confidence, the Aussie.
He's had enough of Moss doing the scoring. He wants his part.
Hand it over. And why not? What a start to the third from McKay. Deshaun Knight kisses it off the glass
How
for 2.
did he get round Timmins on that release?
It's what he does. Here's McKay. Just get out of his way. He might go it alone again here. And he will go it alone again. And he just about scores.
Chance here for the Jets.
Knight.
Trying to create some space.
Bazant needs something. Flicks it out to Deshaun Knight. Looks for the line. Looks for the 3 and makes it. Deshaun Knight.
Here's McKay again.
Draws the foul.
just running the floor, whether he's got the ball in hand.
Can I go on record as saying halfway through the third quarter, 72-61, just not seeing a lot of defence at the moment.
Made that comment before, Justin. We're sort of going a wee bit coast to coast, watching our shot down one end and then watching the next one down the other, not getting back on defence.
How's Jeremy McKay been so far in this third?
Yeah, just that want of having that ball in his hand. He's got one track at the moment down that right-hand side.
It's been impressive. He's come out on a mission in this second half. Jeremy McKay, short on the first look. He'll get another chance here. Pushes it in. Has 10 in the game. Jeremy McKay. Substitutions. We may get a timeout here or just the subs in and out.
They're just deciding whether...
In fact, there is the timeout. So Jeremy McKay will take a well-earned break. 73-60. And what does that make it? It's about a 19-12 third quarter so far. So the Nuggets bouncing back after the Jets found a little bit of flight in that second quarter. What have you liked so far about the Nuggets in this third quarter?
Just that ability to find another gear, but Moss just leading the charge. Like, he came out of the sheds and has picked up where he left off, really, hasn't he? Just finding that three-point line, but everybody else stepping up and doing their own little bit. McKay, strong, just that want to score. But look, the Jets are hanging around. They're doing the odd play offensively to keep them in the game, but they've got to start playing defense if they want to peg it back completely.
Well, Moss has 30 in the game, and Timmins and McKay, the big forwards for the Nuggets, they have 20 points between them as well now, both shooting at a good clip. For the Jets, Knight has moved to 21. Bazant has 10, but he's shooting just 3 of 10 from the field at the moment. He really needs to get going because the Jets need him to score in this second half. DeAndre Daniels back into the action, 7 and 5 for the game. Temera with the 9 rebounds. Jake McKinley, we've spoken about a few times. He has 10 points as we get set to restart. Nuggets out by 13. Looking the goods at the moment. There's Deshaun Knight to Daniels. Hands it off. McKinley. Daniels gets it back. Has McBurney Griffin to beat. Spins, and McBurney Griffin has the reach in the hand to get it back for the Nuggets. Here's Moss back into the action. Hands it off to Sam Timmins. Tries to put it away on the reverse. Couldn't finish. Deshaun Knight.
Now what's he going to create?
You can see it.
Straight into the hands.
Well, more Mosia just covering that baseline on that occasion. Look out. Moss for 3. Momasia, great rebound. Gets it back. McBurney Griffin. 2 young bucks for the Nuggets. Reaching foul on Bazant. Momasia
finds the right place.
He does, doesn't he? I really like the way he covered the baseline defensively then. It's a good sign. Deshaun Knight was looking to expose the young Nugget. And Momasia came up with the answers. We've spoken about the young players in the competition so far this season. We're seeing a couple doing some pretty magical things so far in this game tonight.
Yeah, exciting for the future.
Richie Roger with the miss. Temera goes to 10 rebounds in the game. Deshaun Knight.
Daniel's not quite ready.
Has it now, hands it back off for Knight. Wants to go, steps around Roger, forces it back out. Ashton McQueen had a look. He has to go back out and he passes it straight to Richie Roger.
Yeah, not what the Jets wanted. Needed him to shoot wide open from the 3.
Moss, Timmins.
Oh, how was that not a foul? But you got to play on.
And they do, the Jets. Temera in the end goes to the basket and just manages to put it away.
Sigh of relief.
Here's Moss. McBurney Griffin. Timmins wants it down low on Temera. Searching, stepping, scoops it up, in, misses. There's a whistle on the play. Foul on Shane Temera.
It's hard, isn't it? You do all that work to create the missed shot, but then you've got to get back off the ground to get that rebound. It's giving away a foul.
11-point game. Momosia. Been impressed with this young man, and he delivers right on cue. Paif Momosia. What a basket.
So we see the Nuggets putting a bit more pressure defensively.
They're making a run right now, 21-13, third quarter. Daniels leans back.
We might call that a pass.
He'll want to call
Daniels.
it a pass. Here's McKinley for three. He's been on fire tonight. Jake McKinley drops a big triple just when the Jets needed it the most. 13 in the game for Jake McKinley.
Oh, nearly comes away with the ball as well. Trying to lead the charge for the Jets.
Momosia, Timmins, Momosia on the arc. Can't put it away. Knight wants to
Trying to get that
up
foul.
the speed, and he does get the foul.
I'm shooting a three.
Oh, now hang on a second. I think Deshaun Knight's got the foul there.
He has for holding.
Yeah, on the hook, just leaning back with that left hand. So he's picked up the foul on that occasion, Deshaun Knight. That's his third foul in the game.
And the Jets aren't going to want him to sit for too long.
Well, there was definitely a grapple of the arms, wasn't there?
I think they both gave as good as they got, really. I just like the fact that he launched it to try and get the shots.
Smart man. 10-point game. Timmins. Here's Aitchison, gets it back to his big centre. Now he knows that
gets him off the
DeAndre
ground.
Daniel has some foul trouble, and great work by Sam Timmins.
Just so much time. Didn't rush it.
McKinley backing down on Roger, steps back for two. Temera keeps it alive, but straight to Moss. Isaiah Moss to Timmins. Richie Roger calls McKay across. Aitchison in the corner, steps around, little bit of space. Jeremy McKay has it blocked away, finished by Sam Timmins though.
There's those second chance points for the Nuggets.
Getting on top inside, aren't they?
Oh, just so strong. Just keeping that ball alive.
Temera, release from the wing for three is good.
That will help the Jets.
Hanging in there. 11-point margin, heading down towards three-quarter time.
This is where the Jets are going to need a defensive stop.
Roger has Timmins with him. Timmins finishes.
Just not going to get it.
Big Sam Timmins.
God,
14
he's been
points.
good. Solid tonight, whether it's just as a passer to kick it back out.
McKinley, great defense. McKay swipes it down, gets it back. Jeremy McKay in and out of trouble for two.
He's loving it. He's getting the crowd going. There's his right-hand lane. Loves that right-hand lane.
12 in the game, and he has been very big in this third quarter, the Aussie. Arguably some of his best basketball for the season.
Yeah, look, he'd been pretty quiet in the first couple of games scoring-wise, but just always shows a lot of heart.
McCulloch is fouled.
Gives a big smile there.
Good work by the guard.
McKay got that foul.
Pats all round for the Nuggets. They're out by 15. 29-19, third quarter. We haven't had a close quarter yet. Nuggets, 25-12 in the first. Jets, 37-29 in the second. Nuggets, 29-20 in the third.
Yeah, it'll be really good when they're going back and watching that game tape.
Is there a breeze down one end of the court? What's going
Maybe.
on? What's going on? Loose ball in the end, and I reckon that'll do us for the quarter. It will. So 1 to go, and the Nuggets take a 14-point lead into this last break. A lot to talk about from that third quarter. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back and dissect it on Sky Sport right after this.
Authentic New York pizza.
Welcome back to the Edgar Centre here in Dunedin, the deep south of New Zealand. Sal's NBL round 2 action with Thanks to Stuff coming to you on Sky Sport, and the Nuggets lead it at three-quarter time, 83-69. Donna Wilkins. The Nuggets came out in that third, and they got back on their bike again. Jeremy McKay, great quarter for him. Isaiah Moss is out to 30 points in the game. Sam Timmins, 16 in the game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks.
Not a bad stat line. Look, the good thing about the Nuggets is they're sharing the load, aren't they? It's not just 1 or 2. Everyone's having the odd spell and doing a great job. Like McKay, he was really solid in that third quarter. There's somebody stepping up in all quarters, which is making it really tough on the Jets. Like, who do you shut down?
Well, the Jets have got the job to do now, down by 14. Every time they get on a run, though, I don't know, just all of a sudden, something goes against them. Something happens in the game where, turnover, 3 or 4 missed shots, or 5 putbacks missing, those sorts of things. They just need a really, really solid 4 or 5 minutes
and that's
to
not the start
this last, and it won't happen here. Slamming Sam Timmins gets the Nuggets off to the perfect start in this last quarter.
Yeah, just sloppy, really, just that pass. He gave Timmins all the time in the world to come through for a big intercept.
It's kind of ironic that just as I was saying all of that, needing a run of 4 or 5 minutes, they turn it over to start the last quarter.
So you see Timmins being point guard.
Great start for the Nuggets in this last quarter. Big
great
pass
hands
inside by Sam Timmins, and
yeah, late call on the foul there on the shot.
I think it was definitely there. Jeremy McKay was having his arm yanked, and he'll go to the line and have a look.
He just did so well just to take that pass, let alone try and get the shot as well.
In fact, it'll be a baseline ball, an inbound for the Nuggets. Comes to Moss. If you've just joined us, Isaiah Moss, 30 points in the game, 7 triples tonight. Here's Timmins, hard on DeAndre Daniels. Yeah, good work, got a hand on it. Timmins gets it back, goes and puts it away. Sam Timmins is having a wonderful night for the Go Media Otago Nuggets.
Just so tough to shut down. Daniels did so well on that first shot, but Timmins just keeps getting those next opportunities.
I was reading an interview with this man, Sam Timmins, and he said, I'm just enjoying basketball. I'm enjoying being back home in Dunedin. And you can tell. He has 19 points in the game now, Sam Timmins. I love his passing tonight as well.
Yeah, look, he's spread the ball nicely offensively. Oh, that's good.
Deshaun Knight for 3. Maybe that'll get the Jets going. Back to 16.
And they've got to stop some of these drives. And Timmins is just hogging that bottom post.
Jeremy McKay trying to get over Daniels. Does in the end. Couldn't
so
finish.
A chance for the Jets.
Well, they need another quick score here. Temera for 3, makes
Does it.
And all of a sudden, the team in green are up and about, reducing that margin to 13.
The bench liked that one as well, but can't open those lanes. Just giving that right-hand lane every single time down the floor, the Jets.
Isaiah Moss got a turn of speed, hasn't he? He continues to prove to be hard to guard. And while all of that was happening, Jets coach Tim McTamney copped a warning. Isaiah Moss to step up to the line. What a game he's had. So efficient, isn't he?
It's scary to think how good he's going to get when he's very comfortable. He's improved every game.
Came into the game averaging 2.5 threes. He's dropped 7 tonight.
Oh, only 7.
31 in the game now for Isaiah Moss. 32 in the game. Player of the game tonight.
And look at this full court D.
Like it. They get through it, the Jets. They've got 15 to make up. Otherwise, it'll be 4 straight losses for the season.
There's
as
3.
Bazant nails a big one. He's the man they've got to get going, Jaden Bazant.
That might be what he needs to start his scoring off. Get a few more points. Start putting up those baskets.
Roger inside. McKay, the Aussie, twisting, turning. Back to the basket, finishes.
I think every shot is in that same spot. Doing a great job down low.
14 in the game. Bazant, quick fire 3, and there you go. We've talked about it.
Yeah, 2 in a row, same spot. The Nuggets need to look out for where he is.
We've been warning you all night that Bazant was the man to get going.
It's just whether or not he's too late.
Speaking of get going, how's the Aussie tonight? Jeremy McKay, 16 in the game.
But where's the scouting report? He's gone right every single time.
He is feeling it. Speaking of feeling it, short on that occasion, Jaden Bazant.
He's not happy with himself. He knew he had the time and space to put that shot up, just short.
Jeremy McKay taking a breather.
Oh, he's done well, hasn't he? Quick points.
Well, he's been looking for that game to get himself going to start this season. I think by his own admission, he's been pretty quiet in the first 2. But he'll be very happy with what he's produced tonight. A product of the Melbourne Tigers Basketball Club back in Australia, in Victoria. Spent some time as a development player with the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. And now he's headed across to New Zealand to try and ignite his young career. He's been good tonight, Jeremy McKay. Speaking of good, Sam Timmins, how good has he been?
He's really stood up tonight and led, hasn't he? Oh, great rebound. The Jets needed that. Here we go.
Deshaun Knight, hard to the basket, takes contact, can't finish.
I think he was actually shot. I'm surprised he actually didn't get called for a bit of a push-off. Surprised himself and missed the shot.
Moss backs it back out. Knocks for 3. He makes it. Coming up roses for the Nuggets tonight. Keep an eye on that N1 splash for cash. They've got to be closing in on the Saints 16. We'll check that in a moment. Here's Bazant. Deep for 3. Short on the iron. Daniels. McBurney Griffin. What a task that is. Matching up on an NBA draft pick for the young man. He's right there with him. He'll force him into a shot. And I think the buzzer might have gone on the shot clock here.
Yeah, the shot clock's gone, but they've called it. See, it's hard now. The Jets are looking for that 3-point shot, but there's still plenty of time to get a couple going to the basket.
Nuggets 13 threes in the game so far, Donna. Keep an eye on that.
They 6 minutes to do it.
And they might be aware. Timmins has it knocked away by Bazant. Loose ball. Moss
he nearly got it back.
Had it and lost it. Jaden Bazant is fouled. Akiva just puts his hand up and says, yep, I'll wear that one. 16-point margin. Every time the Jets come, the Nuggets respond. It's been a great showing by the home team tonight. Good spread of minutes too.
Yeah, and that's a luxury you get, isn't it, when you're playing at home? Being able to use a few extra players.
Good signs.
But everyone doing their bit.
Back underway. Here's McKinley around Timmins. forces it out. Temera, deep three from the corner. Now there's a little bit of holding on.
Yeah, the
between
shirt just
two
happened to
young
be in
men.
the hand.
Yep. That was a bit of a giveaway from Akiva.
Oh, not happy either.
Jake McKinley having a bit of a laugh about it. So too referee Hayden Pipe. Jaden Bazant to bring it in off the baseline. Deshaun Knight underneath. Tall timber around him. He quickly backs it out, as you would expect. Now he's got a better matchup. He'll go for the deep three. Can't hit it. Just when the Jets need baskets. Here's Isaiah Moss. Speaking of baskets, how big has his game been tonight?
Like he had no right to drive through there. There were 3 Jets defenders. No one's stepping up though. Just leaving that lane wide open for the Nuggets to drive through, and Moss is saying thank you.
He's been saying thank you all night. Sam Timmins takes a break in the background there as Jeremy McKay steps back onto the court. He looks happy, Sam Timmins, doesn't he?
He does.
He looks like he's loving the game.
And you're right, he loves playing here. The crowd loves him, love having him back.
21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks for Sam Timmins tonight.
Yeah, you talked about how good he was at spreading that ball around. 6 assists for a big guy is pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Have loved his game tonight. Bazant. McKinley, speaking of good games, I've been impressed with this young man. Turnaround this time. Couldn't get it over Akiva McBurney-Griffin, but Shane Temera could. Here's Moss. Oh, look out. An 8? No, short.
Someone must have told him that they need about 3 more. Is
Oh.
it 3 or 4?
They need 3 to tie it. Isaiah Moss wins it back for them. He's been active at both ends of the floor tonight, Moss.
Yeah, I love the hustle back. He might take a wrong shot option, which actually hasn't been many tonight.
Hasn't been
Or
many
turns
at
the ball
all.
over, but, you know, just first back.
Forced out to McKay. McKay getting on the dribble again. Scoops it up on the left.
Yes.
Temera, quick transition. Knight should finish and does for the Jets. Are they one last chance here? Well, Coach Matahari, he wants to have a chat about it. He doesn't want to give them an opportunity to score some quick baskets. It's a 13-point margin. And he'll have a talk to the troops with just over 4.5 minutes to play.
Yeah, look, finally the Jets forced McKay to the other side of the court and he had to rush up that shot.
Now, we spoke about it earlier, Donna, that these two teams play again next week.
They do, so it'll be interesting, won't it? On Jets turf, finally getting a home game. Their crowd will be pleased about seeing them back at home.
And it is a bit of a quirk in the draw that next week the Nuggets head north for a double. They take on the Jets and the Airs. And once those games are done, by round 3, the Nuggets will have finished their home and away series against those two teams. Of course, they played the Airs last week.
Oh, absolutely. So that's interesting, isn't it? And then you've got some of those pretty gnarly teams that are sitting around that top of the table with, you know, you've got the Saints. Yes, the Nuggets have played the Saints.
Did you see the Saints last night, by the way? Have we
Oh,
talked
the
about
who?
that
The
tonight?
who? And the Hawks. The Hawks are looking
Yes.
solid as well.
Yep, they are.
We won't talk about them right now.
If you haven't heard the news on the Hawks, some players that they've got coming back from the Australian NBL, Jared Kenny, Jordan Hunt, and the Australian forward from the Sydney Kings, Jordan Hunter. That is some serious, serious talent to come back into that Hawks team.
It's scary to think, isn't it?
Here's Aitchison back underway around Daniels. Gets
think
the rebound.
here's
Gives
Moss.
Moss again.
Just so quick.
Love what he's done tonight, Isaiah Moss. I think every team will be having a look at the tape and watching closely what the Nuggets number 4 has been up to. The 24-year-old. Here's Bazant. Pulls up for 2, makes it. And all of a sudden that lead is back to 11. 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, look, there's still plenty of time, isn't there, in this game. They need some stops, the Jets. And
big banker for Darcy Knox. And that's another 3. Triple figures tonight for the Nuggets. Here's Deshaun Knight. Was there a foul? No call. McKinley back out. Bazant for 3. Jaden Bazant nails a long one. Answers the Darcy Knox 3. Leads at 11. Got to get a stop the Jets. Timmins has worked so well with the ball up high tonight and down low where he may get it again.
Yeah, demanding it again.
Inside on Daniels, off the glass, misses. Deshaun Knight keeps it alive. Here come the Jets. Jaden Bazant starting to feel it. Steps back for 3 over Moss. Can't finish. 101.90. Nuggets could do well just to slow it down a little bit here.
Yep.
Use some time, Donna.
Absolutely. Run their offense. Get a good shot. Just eat away at that clock. Knight's doing his best to try and get the ball.
Good defense in the end. Moss came up short with the shot. Bazant inside.
Oh, lovely play.
Off the glass. Great pass, Jaden Bazant.
Oh, and it's 9.
Inside double digits. Nervous times for the home team.
And starting with the Jets' defence are putting more pressure on. You sort of wonder what could have been if they had done this early, but they've still got a chance.
They look a little bit unsettled here right now, the Nuggets. McKay, that's a big basket from the Aussie, Jeremy McKay. He's been doing it all night.
He has.
Knight looking for a foul. Temeda, hard inside.
Oh, travel.
And called for the travel. Not what the Jets needed. Jeremy McKay.
He's had a cracker of a second half.
18 points, shooting 8 of 13 tonight.
He's just putting his head down and driving hard.
Aitchison for 3! Josh Aitchison! And the Nuggets all of a sudden back out to a 14-point lead.
And that tally of 3s must be getting close, Justin.
Well, I'm going to check it. Here's Deshaun Knight.
Might come down to the last shot.
Closed down by McKay at the moment. Using the clock. Time's not on their side. He has to go, and Sam Timmins was waiting for him with Isaiah Moss.
Knight's just sitting there. What do I have to do? There's just too much height in there.
15 threes in the game for the Nuggets. They are 1 shy of the Saints' 16 last night for the N1 splash for cash. 500 large ones on the line. Timeout called with 84 seconds to go. Do you reckon this timeout is just to let the team know that
they need 2 more?
500's up for grabs? Well, the Jets got it back to 9, and the Nuggets responded. Jeremy McKay responded.
Yeah, look, and then
Josh Aitchison responded.
Yeah, that 3, so that was a 5-point turn. That run of 5 points every time, and it's happened all night. Every time the Jets have got close, the Nuggets just find another gear.
Been a big one for the home team tonight.
I think the Nuggets will be pretty pleased if they can come out of this. They're looking likely at the moment, but 2 from their 3 home games, and that first game was always going to be interesting. The first match back
up against
in
the Saints as well.
Yeah, in the Sales NBL and against the Saints. And the Saints haven't dropped one yet, so if you're going to drop a game, you're going to pick them, aren't you? Yep. So they've done pretty well in this run of 3 games at home.
Speaking of the Cells NBL, we saw the score table and stats team just a moment ago, all decked out in the gear, and we should send a big thumbs up to all of the officials around the league. They've been busy at it over the opening 2 rounds as well, doing a wonderful job. Our score table and stats officials.
Oh, it's pretty awesome. They love basketball too, just like us. But such a big commitment from them,
yep,
and they do it every week.
Bazant, quick 3, misses. Too deep. Moss up the floor. Look at this. Sam Timmins will finish. And it's a big night for the Nuggets. It's a big night for Sam Timmins. Another flush from the big centre. There's Temera for a deep 2. What a night it's been for the Otago Nuggets. Have a look at that score, 108. Got to be happy with the effort.
We see a steal.
Deshaun Knight, an easy 2 for him.
He's not the sort of person to give up. He'll play right to the end. Coming away that steal.
25 in the game for
Deshaun. He's going for another one.
He nearly got it back. Oh, bit of a
Travel.
fake underneath. A skid. And Jeremy McKay will wear that one. He certainly battled hard, hasn't he, Deshaun? 25 in the game. Jaden Bazant out to 21 points in the game. That's his season average.
Yeah, really good second half from him, just trying to spur his team, the Jets, along.
Deshaun Knight, another 2.
Yeah, unlucky probably not to get the foul on that as well, but great finish.
He's worn plenty of contact tonight.
Yeah, not easy to finish over Timmins.
McKinley knocks it away from that man, Sam Timmins. 108-96. Nuggets are going to have a chat with 27 and a half seconds to go. What would that be about, Donna?
I have no idea. Maybe, who knows? Who knows? Just to drag that last 27 seconds out.
Maybe some subs coming up for the Nuggets as well. I think
we see some shirts coming off.
I think we're going to get to see Robbie Coleman come into the game and maybe a couple of others. Handshakes all around. Sam Timmins looks like he's about to take a seat. There we go. Some fresh faces there to come in for the Nuggets tonight. Jeremy McKay, Sam Timmins. How about the effort of those two big forwards for the Nuggets tonight? Been very impressive.
Yeah, it has, and if they keep that going down low, the pair of them, they're going to be very, very difficult, especially with Moss outside. And actually they have that ability, well, Timmins especially, to step out to that 3 as well. So very tough player to mark.
41 points between Sam Timmins and Jeremy McKay. 33 points for Isaiah Moss. They have been electric tonight. Really like Darcy Knox's game off the bench as well, with 11 points and 6 rebounds. Very active.
And not afraid to shoot the ball when you miss. Like Knox was unlucky on a couple at the start in that first quarter, but he kept with it.
Last couple of plays coming up in this one tonight. Round 2 of the Sal's NBL, and the Nuggets to get their second win of the season. The Jets about to lose their 4th. Akiva gets it inside. Coleman spinning to the basket. Has it knocked away by Finn Lally. Mullins with the rebound. Deshaun Knight looking for the screen. Dying seconds. Here's Finn Lally. Bazant to Lally. They want to give him the shot, the young man.
Oh,
goes
have another one.
A little bit too deep. Out to Mullins. He'll go. I think there's a buzzer in there somewhere. And in fact, that is the game. So the Otago Nuggets win it. Big, big night for them. The fans are happy. Have a look at them. The team in blue, they're about to hit the road in round 3, but they do so with a 2-1 record at home. And although the Jets came at them in that second, what a night for the Nuggets.
Oh, a great night and awesome to finish for another win for them. It's, the Jets threw a lot at the Nuggets, but they, as I say, they just found another gear. Scoring points, driving to the basket quite freely, really, in the end.
Isaiah Moss, 33 in the game, 7 triples, 7 rebounds, 3 steals and a block. Sam Timmins, 23 and 10, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Jeremy McKay, what a night for the Aussie, 18 points, 5 rebounds. Darcy Knox, 11 points. Josh Aitchison, 10 points. The only downer, 15 threes. One short of the Saints.
Yeah, they'll probably be a wee bit gutted about that. I don't know if you're more gutted, Justin, that they didn't quite get there or whether they would be. But look, McKay will be very, very impressed with his scoring ability tonight. He's probably been a wee bit quiet offensively, so it just shows himself getting a bit more confidence with the team set up. But 18 points, huge from him tonight.
Well, there they are, the Nuggets, middle of the court. Second win in a row, 2-1 on the season. Impressive tonight. Firepower, 108 in the game. They're appreciative of the hometown fans. The Nuggets faithful here in Dunedin. It has been a good night for the home team. For the Jets, Deshaun Knight, 27 points. Jaden Bazant, 21. Jake McKinley, there he is there, the number 12. Impressed with this young man. Played nearly 33 minutes tonight. 13 points, 8 rebounds, and a couple of steals for him. Shane Temota was well held. He had a lot of work to do at the defensive end on the tall timber for the Nuggets. He had 14 points and 15 rebounds. A concern for the Jets, if we are going to talk about the concerns, they're zipping 4, but DeAndre Daniels battling some foul trouble tonight, finished with just 7 points. And at the moment, he just can't get going, can he?
Yeah, they're going to need a lot more from him, especially offensively with that height underneath. He's going to need to finish off those shots. He's doing the hard work to get the possession back, but just finish off and just get a little bit more involved. So whether that's an offensive play to get him more involved, or whether that's just a wee bit of himself getting in the right place.
Well, we know the fans can come down onto the court and meet the players after the game, but that was great to see Deshaun Knight with the Nuggets fans. I'm sure a couple came down and said, hey, good game tonight, bad luck, but how good is it to see one of the opposition players with the hometown fans just having a chat about basketball?
Yeah, pretty cool, isn't it? But as I say earlier, everyone loves the game and
they love Sam Timmins.
Yeah, Deshaun Knight's no different, and he's probably just respecting that crowd here in Dunedin, which has been good to see them out again tonight.
It is such a great part of the Cells NBL, the fact that all the kids, the families, the mums, the dads, the grandparents, they can come down onto the court after the game and meet the stars of the competition. Photos and signatures. There's Sam Timmins straight into action, signing the back. Why not the back of a T-shirt? I'm sure the kids looking up to the big man, Sam Timmins, with smiles on their faces. Look at that young girl there.
Yeah, look, it's pretty cute, isn't it? And this is what these kids all love, the game of basketball, and they love coming here and watching, but I tell you, they're pretty happy when they get something signed.
Well, speaking of kids, how about these two young men, Akiva McBurney-Griffin and Paif Momasia? Gee, they were good tonight.
How do you get to be that tall?
There's Josh Aitchison. Well, the Nuggets tonight, they get the win. Now, there is a game coming up tomorrow in the Cells NBL. We're headed back north. The Giants, who I think, without giving too much away, they are very close to an opening win themselves. They're playing the Bulls tonight. I think that one's going down to the wire. But the Giants have another date tomorrow. They take on the Sky Tower Auckland Huskies. Chris Johnson about to play his opening game for the Huskies tomorrow. 6'10" American, NBA status. And from all reports out of Auckland, Chris Johnson's about to rip this competition apart. I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m.
Yeah, look, that sounds very exciting, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of eyes on him and a lot of pressure, I guess, too, with those sort of credentials lined up. But how good is it that we're getting these players in this league?
Fantastic. Fantastic. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've enjoyed it on Sky Sport tonight with thanks to our friends from Stuff. That one coming up tomorrow, the Huskies and the Giants. But what about the game this evening? The Nuggets, 108. The Jets, 96. The Nuggets hit the road next week. The Jets are waiting for them, and they're also waiting for their first win of the 2021 season. Donna, great to catch up with you.
Yeah, loved it. Awesome, Justin.
Got to step outside into that cool air tonight down here in Dunedin in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the entire team here at the Edgar Centre in Dunedin, the Nuggets win it 108-96. We'll see you tomorrow on Sky Sport.